have no fear because the ban list is here. So, not a surprise, the ban list is here. Now, before we go over these ban lists or cards or rebalance or whatever they want to call it, I'm going to talk about something right quick. Yes, it was a much needed balance, but however, I don't like the simple fact that they let you play with a deck for up to 3 months. And a certain deck I want to talk about, they let you play with it for more than 3 months. The last mini box that was actually good was August, and it's the Vampire mini box. So it took them 7 months. 7 months to finally do something about the last powerful mini box. Now we're gonna just jump right into it. We're gonna jump into the cards. That have rebalanced Samurai Skull. And it says decks that use this card have had a consistently high winning percentage over the course of many months, 7. Therefore, we are semi-limiting this card to prevent the metagame becoming stale. Which, yeah, Samurai Skull is OP. And it is better than Gizuki at some point, because it gets its effect when it's summoned. But Gizuki is overall a better card because you can do its effect all the time, and you get a card once you go to the graveyard. With that being said, yes, Samurai Skull is a better card and it's a rare. That's why they only nerfed that card. But they didn't do anything to Vampire Grace. They didn't do anything to Vampire Vamp. So, only thing they did was you can't use Hate Trinade, Enemy Controller, Treacherous Chapo anymore. Which, they have cards that can blow up cards down. They have cards that can turn your opponent cards to defensive. I mean, to me, I don't think this will be the end of vampires, because diehard vampires will make a way. I know my boy Mike over there is disgusted. I know he wanted the rebalancing, but I don't think he wanted it this way. And for those who don't know, that was the last mini box that came out with a strong tier 1 deck, you know. I guess when they nerfed Cyberstar, they thought that was gonna be the end of it. But moving along, Earn Core of Kokai Miru. We are semi-limiting this card in order to make Kokai Mirror decks less consistent. Let's talk about this. I know a lot of people said, hey, where's Diamond Core? Diamond Core is a main box SR. Iron Knight is a SR. Sandman is a SR. And they didn't want to touch Ice because Ice is not a real threat. Wall is not a real threat. All the threat cards are SRs out of main boxes, so they didn't want to touch a SR main box just yet. Because after they had touched Hatronade and Treacherous Trapo, they probably got so much crap about it that they was like, man, we not gonna ever do this again. So, moving along, Kokai Miru Maximus has been limited to 1. We are limiting this card as having 3 copies of this card has allowed Kokai Miru's decks to consistently end duels in 1 turn. Well, the card is 3,000 attack. It can be searched out with Seto Cabal's spell card, level 45 spell card. So that's why I believe they didn't put 2 in the game. But Spellbook of Eternity, it pretty much says the same thing that Samurai Skull says, but they limit it to 1. To be fair, I only ran 1, so I don't see where. All I see is a slap on the wrist right here. You know, like when you're a little kid and they slap your hand, tell you not to do anything. Hey, don't touch that. Skills. Trick up the sleeve and last gamble. So, a trick up the sleeve. Arcana is the self-proclaimed master of dark magician. Therefore, we are changing the skills to better reflect his character. Last gamble, Joey skill. The skill is capable of easily gaining a huge advantage, so we are activating conditions to make it much harsher. Updated trick up the sleeve. Basically, you can't summon Cosmo Brain and that Dark Magician Illusionist turn 1 during your first turn. Which they should have said was you gotta. They should have said you have to put multiple copies of a level 7 Dark Spellcaster, then 1 would be randomly selected. Even if they did say that, they should have said this skill can only summon Dark Magician if he the self-proclaimed master of Dark Magician. Last gamble. Let's talk about last gamble. So, of course, if you're running last gamble stall, this don't apply to you because chances are if you run a stall deck, you're gonna make it to turn 7. Last gamble can be used from turn 7 onward. It will reduce your points and shuffle 2 cards from your hand to your deck. Then roll the dice and draw equal number to that roll. You can only use once per duel. So instead of throwing the card away into the graveyard, you're gonna put it back in your hand, which give you a greater chance of drawing it back. And when you draw those same 2 cards, because RNG sucks, you're probably gonna uninstall your app. But at the same token, the Wing Karibo, Fluta Karibo, Event Karibo, all the Karibos you can still use. So chances are you hitting turn 7 is still, you still can do it. You still can do the whole last gamma thing, but pretty much if you're not rolling above a 3, you're gonna get disgusted. What I think they should have done was you hit your last gamma, you put the 2 cards, you pick the 2 cards that you don't want. You roll 6, 4, 5, whatever. Once you roll, then the cards go back into the deck. Then you get the cards, or if it is set up like that, then cool. But last game will still see play. Coca Mirrors probably will still see play. Fairhires is not dead. Amazon still see play. All the rebalance cards and skills, they still see play. If you want to fix anything about the game, take out grit, take out ties and buys, But that's all I have for you today. Good morning. Thank you for coming by, spending some time with me. I'm not gonna prolong it. And as always, keep it tilty.